Hi, and welcome to Thoughts from a Dizzy Dude. I'm your host, Adam Tilted. And today is Wednesday, November 28th, 2018. You can join me live Mondays through Fridays between 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. Central. Turn on notifications because those times vary. Today I'm coming at you on the real. Like, I haven't done anything with my hair. I haven't gotten dressed. I didn't take a shower yet. Because I want to talk about yesterday's broadcast. You probably didn't see yesterday's broadcast. Maybe you did. It got some views, but it was a little bit of a mess, and I want to deconstruct that a bit and talk about what I learned so that you don't make the same mistake if you want to give a presentation or do a live broadcast or something like that. So yesterday's topic was the landing of the InSight spacecraft on Mars. And if you know me at all, you know I get really excited about that stuff. I get really excited about it. And so I was gathering my content, doing all that, and I was solid on the content. I had done my research, and I knew what I wanted to say. That wasn't the problem. The problem was that I got so excited about what I was going to talk about that I didn't give enough thought to how I was going to talk about it. And I don't mean just the words I was going to say, but also the way I was going to generate the broadcast. Going live is easy if you want it to be. You can just press go live on your phone and, go live that way. The shows that I produce are a little more complicated than that because I show you, for example, the planetarium software so we can look at the night sky, and I show you movies and things like that. So I use a program called Ecamm Live, and if you want to try it out, there's a link in the description that allows me to do all of those things. And it's great. I really recommend it. Mac only. Sorry, PC users. Get a Mac. So I have this amazing software to use, and there are a lot of tools that it includes to make it easier for me to do my broadcast. I just noticed I got some artifacts here with the green screen because my lighting's not great. I didn't really worry about it too much today. So I didn't use my tools though. First of all, I didn't prep my computer. Doing what I do on a live stream uses a lot of resources on the computer. So what I have a kind of a checklist I follow that, I shut down some extraneous things that are going to use up some bandwidth and all that. I didn't do that. So during the broadcast, of course, I was having some difficulties, not with Ecamm, but with QuickTime, and just the general operating system was getting sluggish. Well, that got me kind of flustered. I also hadn't set up the tools. I had the ability to set up different scenes and plan my whole thing, so everything's already placed where I want it to be, and all I've got to do is flip to the next scene and it's pre-set up. But I didn't do it. I had all of the media, but I was so excited about sharing the media that I didn't take the time to prepare it so it would be easy to share. As a result, I stumbled around sharing it, and I didn't even share everything. In fact, the one thing that I did test, I didn't share. I forgot because I hadn't prepared my tools, and I didn't use my tools. All right, so that was my other mistake. I also didn't practice. I even said it at the beginning of the broadcast that I was going to be pushing the limits of the technology a little bit because I was going to do some things that I hadn't tried before. Nothing wildly unusual, but I had my iPad connected and I was sharing that screen, and I had my second display and I was sharing that screen, and I didn't practice switching between them. And I realized that the way I had set it up, I had made it more difficult for myself. And I'm realizing this while I'm live. So that's not a good scenario. Should have practiced that beforehand. And then finally, there was just too much content. Too much. I had lists and lists and lists and all of these cool animations, all of this stuff that I found, but it was just too much. It was too much. I realized I had been talking for half an hour, showing all this stuff, and I was not even halfway through. So that was just poor planning, Danica. Yes, I did. I had this problem when I was a teacher also, if I'm honest. Because you don't know how long things are going to take sometimes. Although I can't use that excuse for this situation because my notes are usually these are, you won't be able to see it very well, but these are my notes for today. And this is actually the same as this, just in a different order. Okay? My notes for yesterday, all of this. So I should have realized that was way too much. All right, so I don't believe in failure. I believe in learning. So yesterday was disappointing, and I know I can do better. So I'm going to do better. Yes, edit, Danica. I know it's hard. I have a hard time editing, especially when it's things that I am personally excited about, like landing on Mars. I just want to tell you everything, and I can talk about it for hours and hours and hours, but people don't want to listen to that for hours and hours and hours. So I have to edit. So here's what I'm going to do. I have archived away yesterday's broadcast, and I am going to do it right this time. So tomorrow, what is tomorrow? Thursday. Tomorrow I have a doctor's appointment, so it'll be later. Just heads up. It will not be before 11. And it won't be before either. Yeah, I just said that twice. Okay. Back on track. See, this is what happens. I get distracted and then I don't follow my list. All right. So I'm going to present that content again in a more digestible way. A little bit at a time. I'm aiming for 10 minutes tops. Okay? And I'll break it up over a couple of days. So that gives you an opportunity, if you have questions about Mars or any of the spacecraft that we've sent there, or anything that is planned, send them my way. I won't let you detract me from my presentation, though, but I will have a segment, viewer questions, if I get any questions, okay? All right, Danica's first slide presentation was 113 slides. Been there. So the lesson for today is edit. I guess that's the moral of this story. Edit and practice the parts you don't want to practice. Okay? I know it's easy to just focus on the stuff that's fun, but there's a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes here. And I'll show you, I'm going to do an episode soon on how I put this live stream together to show you my equipment and all that. That'll be fun. Until then, we're going to still be talking about Mars. All right. So I will see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. And don't forget to look up. You can see Mars. It's in the south tonight. Bright red. Bye.